Welcome to Intuitive Art Sales. This is the show where I, Jessica Craddock, am going to teach you how to source your art marketing from within. You're going to practice claiming that authentic art business that you want and leading into the most natural way for you to get there. You're going to learn to get connected to your intuition, your confidence, and your community so that you can sell your art consistently while holding strong boundaries on your work-life balance. Welcome back to Intuitive Art Sales. I'm here with the beautiful Agnes Russo, who is a contemporary abstract artist whose work is really about being an invitation to stop and recharge and feel that serenity and relaxation. And we got to have a moment to talk about like the symbolism behind her lines and her colors. And ooh, it's fun and it's beautiful. And you should go talk to her more about that. But also, she, over this past year, has felt really, like a lot of you have, really challenged by who are my buyers and where are they? And she was struggling to look for that motivation and not really seeing the wins that she was having. But with the help of her artist group that she is in, kept going and is finally coming back around to, you know what? People need my work. People want my work. So before we even start, I'll say, if you don't have an artist group, go get you one because you need it. And with that, let's chit chat, Agnes. First off, hi. I'm so glad you're here.
Hello. I'm very happy to be here.
I'm glad. I want to start with a quick little exercise that will be beneficial to you and also to maybe some of the other people listening, because I feel like you have had some really significant wins over the past year, and yet you were still in that headspace of feeling challenged, disappointed. Maybe, is this even the right thing for me? Yet, all these wonderful things were happening to you at the same time. So I really want to talk about, first off, what were some of those wins? What were some of the amazing things that happened this year? So that, one, you can see them a little better, and also people can see, even when these things are happening, it's normal to feel like things aren't working. And how are we getting out of that? So is that okay? I just kind of sprung that on you.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, let's start with top 3 or 5 things that you could say you should be really proud of this year over the long haul. I don't care,
Good.
whatever it is. But what are some things that you have kicked butt at?
Oh, I love that. That's sweet reminder of, what we should actually remember every single day. So this year, actually, I started from showing at Bangkok as professional art, and it was very good for me. I started many of my art business, was very successful, and I was super happy about it. The second thing was actually I started collaboration this year with different brands. Some of the brands that I am actually using daily, and I love them, and I am just like blown out by the quality of the product. And they reached out to actually collaborate with me, and everything went well and successful and wonderful. I'm so happy. And I am actually continuing to receive the invitation to different collaborations. So it's just not yet over. It's just still going on. Yes. Mm-hmm. And
Hold on, let me stop you real quick, and then we'll keep going.
Mhm.
I feel like probably, correct me if I'm wrong, but Agnes of 2 or 3 years ago would say, when brands are reaching out to me to ask for collaborations on a regular basis, I will have made it. Do you think that that's an accurate statement?
Can you rephrase that?
Yeah. So let's go into the past. Let's say 3 years ago.
Yes.
At that point in time, I don't think you had brands reaching out to you to say, hey, let's collaborate.
No.
Will you promote my product? Will you help me sell this thing. We'll promote you if you promote us, that kind of thing. That wasn't happening. But looking from that 3 years in the past, looking into the future, if you had seen that as a possibility, well, if this paintbrush that I really love reached out to me and said, "Hey, Agnes, will you promote our paintbrush?" Would you, as that 3 years ago person, thought, "If that would happen to me, I will have everything I need. I will have made it. I will be successful."
Sure. Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
yes, for sure. Because
Yes.
I was looking at different artists and I was like, oh, they're doing so well. They are like collaborating with different artists and, they are collaborating with different brands. Oh my goodness, yes, that's crazy. And, I was so not jealous, but just very
I
excited.
want
And
that
I
too.
wanted, yes, I want that too. I was asking myself how I can do that. Okay.
Right.
So, yes.
So now that
Mhm.
it's happening and you're not even trying to make it happen,
Love.
like, think about through 2001 Agnes being so proud of you. That's one thing that I like to do when I'm feeling like I'm not making progress is I think back at 3 years ago me and say, "What would they say to me now?" Okay, that
Yeah.
was one thing. Keep going.
I was more, yes, I got future in a Sachi platform, Sachi website, and I was one of the future artists from Dallas, one of the few artists from Dallas, future on the Sachi platform, and they saw my art, they fell in love with it, they saw it in person also, so that makes different, that it was not just the online presence. I did really love my art, but they future me, and I am, yes,
That's huge.
it's huge. It's huge. Yes, then we're promoting us, and I got actually featured twice on the platform this year. But yes,
Sachi promoted you twice. You were feeling like, "I don't know if this is worth it. Maybe I should stop. People don't respond as well to my art as I think they should." I'm not
yes.
making fun of you at all. I'm just reflecting. I'm gonna use this word, and I mean it kindly. It's not gonna sound kind, but how ridiculous that is.
It is. It is very ridiculous, and I know that. And I was trying to remind myself about that.
And when I love someone, I wanna smack them around a little bit and be like, "Look how cool you are."
I think I'm impatient, I am very impatient person, that, something is happening and I know that it's wonderful. It's like so amazing and I will like tell everyone about it. But when I don't see the result right away, I say like, oh, maybe that would work. Maybe nothing will happen. I don't know. It's just the imposter syndrome, which
Yeah,
kicks
for sure.
sometimes, especially in the moments when something is not going when you wish, and it's just a human mind, tending to focus on bad things instead of focusing on the good one. That will give us actually the energy to keep going and creating. Yeah. Yeah.
I also wanna say that if you are listening and you're like, "Well, that's great for her. She has all that stuff, but I don't have any of that stuff." I want you person listening to go backwards 3 years and say, "What do I
Yes.
have now that I didn't have 3 years ago? And what would 3 years ago person say to me now?" And look at it from a reflection instead of a what I don't have yet, because you will never have what you think you should have, because the needle moves. As soon as you get
That's
there,
mhm,
it's something else.
yes.
Mhm.
Okay. That's true. But I also learned through years that, I learned how to be confident and how to express what you are feeling. So, my way of not feeling good, not feeling so happy about my art. Yes, that's all real and that's all true. That was, happening. But I also learned that, yeah, I cannot keep it to myself. That I felt it with my art friends because they understand me and they knew that I would not give up. It was just my way of saying, I'm so tired. I don't know where to find my energy to keep going and to believe. So we will never give up. Okay? That's how it is. Artists will never give up. We may change that. We may, decide that we will not be present on social media for a while, or we would wait for ourselves or something. But we will never give up. We cannot give up the art that is inside us. It will always be visible maybe in a different way, but it will be visible. Maybe we will switch to something else. We will try different medium. Maybe, we will try, yeah, I don't know. Maybe we will decorate the houses instead of things. But we will always do something, like art will always be in us. It's possible to
Mhm.
quit.
All right, we'll just be vulnerable for a minute. I decided a long time ago, I'm not really an artist because I don't feel like I have to make the art. I don't feel like it's in me and it has to come out. It was more of I just like to do it. But I think that was a bunch of BS. I don't know where I'm going there. I just wanted to say that out loud for myself and for maybe anyone who's like, "Well, maybe I'm not really an artist because I don't have to make it. It's not in me. I'm not trying to say something."
But it's not only about fleeting, Your art is healthy, people. You are such a good artist. You understand, you just know before even us asking you about something, you are so intuitive. So, it's everything. Art is not only like making something physical in that moment.
Right.
Because, about writing, it's about sharing thoughts, it's about it's so bigger,
I
And
love
maybe
that.
one day you will actually sit and read something and that will be, physical proof of art. I don't know. I understand you and I feel you because a lot of people in my past, especially like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, they wanted to study what I'm doing because I never went to art school. And they even said to me, like, face to face. And I
Mm,
had so many art classes during my, university time. And all the time, I did like actually design school. So I was painting all the time, but I was not maybe painting something realistic because for a lot of people, only realistic art is enough. You know, we don't.
sure. Everybody's got their
So,
opinion.
of course, yes. And it's nothing wrong about it, so it's fine. But I was feeling really like, those negative thoughts will get to you and you will start to doubt yourself in the weak moment. And the same people 3 years later, they found out how much I tried for my art. And they saw that it actually turned out, many people. And they were like, "What?" I said, well, yeah, this is what I'll do. That was such a funny moment. I should have like really feel it because it was like, oh, and really even pay so much. I said, no, this is actually not the full price. It was with some discounts. And they were like so shocked.
And it always helps to get that validation from someone else to feel more like you are an artist, but it really has to come out of you. And I love what you said about how art is not just this, or art is not just that. It's creativity in general. To summarize, I'm not saying it as nicely as you did, but yes. So, Agnes got her groove back. What are we doing now that we've switched our energy around? And, it'll go up and it'll go down and it'll always go round and round. But since we're on and up, what are we doing to capitalize on that?
I think that every artist should probably remember that it will be always, it's a roller coaster. So it will go up and it will go down. And you need to find out how to deal it with everything that you have said when you are down. So, hang out with your actor. Don't do what you don't want to do first, but, just choose what you love doing.
But what is
Yeah.
Agnes gonna
But
do since she's in this good energy? You've already got your art group.
what I will do, I will definitely focus on my in-person events now. I am still figuring out my audience. I am trying to get more visibility, and I am very conscious about it. That I have to like. I would love to improve it online too. Not only the people that are there to see my art and ask questions, but I would love to have some collectors also. Like, honestly, okay, that's how it is. I would try to different in-person events, and through the years, I gained confidence actually thanks to you, Jessica, too, because you were the
Oh.
first one telling me to go and ask what I want and to reach out to the people, to reach out to local people, to reach out to the people that I would like to collaborate with, and so I have been doing really. So that's thanks to you. I have been like reaching out to many people asking for my emails recently. And I know that now what I need to do, I need to be patient because this will not happen over, a day. I need time for everything.
What is
Mhm.
this? You said this will not happen over a day, this will not happen overnight. What is the goal?
Um, even to receive the response from the people I reach out, I have like few places that I would really, really love to have my art in. I reach to galleries that I love, and I know that it will take time to get even feedback if I'm not from them. And if they will say no, I would continue to work, and I would definitely reach out to one of them, maybe next year or so. So it will take time. It will take
Okay.
time. So yeah. And I am growing. I thought like 3 years ago that I am so ready and that's it. I should be successful in one. But I know that I am actually growing and exploring. So yes,
For sure
I
you
have
are.
to be patient with myself. And of course, it also allow myself to rest because, I don't rest. I need that,
I
yeah,
know.
you know. So I need to just rest and also celebrate my win. Yeah.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
will actually celebrate my win this week. So that's my plan for the week.
Ooh.
Mhm.
When do you meet your art groups? Maybe you could start a new thing where you celebrate a win a week or something like that, where you have to name something.
Yeah, that's a great idea. We have been doing that a little bit, but then everyone, I think, forgot about it. And I don't know why it's so easy to forget about such people that you can celebrate, celebrate
It's
these
such an
small wins.
important piece.
And big ones, yes. Yeah, but we always, I see it all the time, like all of us. We will
Oh,
just forget about Yeah. It,
me too.
yeah. Yeah.
I'm saying
Mhm.
this to you like so matter of factly. And then I was thinking this morning, I need to write down my wins. What are my wins? What have I done? Have I done anything? And I've done, let me tell, I know I've done a crap load and I've done some really great stuff over the past month. And I'm having a really hard time nailing down what that was. It's not easy to do.
Right? It is not easy. Like I will do a quick collaboration with it, not yet official, but it will be a brand in Italy, and they will show my videos in Rome and Milan in the
Wow.
public space. And I was like, oh yeah, I have to spend on those videos. Yeah, I have to. It's such a big deal. Come on, and I don't know why we don't celebrate those.
Play it down, forget about it, pass right
Yeah.
over it.
Yes.
But that's how we
Yeah.
get to the space that we were describing that you were previously in. Hey there, lovely listeners of Intuitive Art Sales. It's Jessica Craddock, your guide to navigating the exciting world of marketing from an authentic place. I have a special request for you. I have shared tips and insights and stories on how to connect with your intuition, boost your confidence, nurture your community, and maintain those all important boundaries to create a fulfilling work-life balance. And the amount of support you have shown me is incredible, and your feedback is invaluable. So here's the ask. Would you please take just a few moments to leave a rating and a review for Intuitive Art Sales? You can share your thoughts, your breakthroughs, or simply why you love tuning in. It is this little small action that can have a big impact on artists worldwide, just like you. And I also want to say thank you for being a part of this family and for helping me find others who need help on their creative path. Your unique voice matters, and together we're making the world a more inspired and vibrant place. So with so much gratitude, thank you for rating and reviewing us on your favorite podcast platform. It means the world to me. We were saying, what is Agnes going to do next? You said, I'm going to continue doing these reach outs to galleries I really want to be in. And I want to have a better online presence where I'm doing more sales from that and not such a significant gap between that and what I'm doing in person. Where I wanted to go with that was you were telling me something before we started recording about what you learned in this last art festival that really did a great job of drawing people in. So online is just a virtual version of what you're doing in person. And yeah, it's a little harder to execute as well. But if we're learning things in person, let's bring them online. So, what were you telling me about what you learned from your in person stuff recently?
So I learned that, people actually are interested in my art. They want to learn about it. They want to hear about it. They want to bring it home. At least in person, even my art is different every figure. I often think about myself as a black sheep during the festivals, but I figure out that, people like that. They found the connection with my art because I introduced my meaning of my art to them. And it was not directly, it was just through the I printed a statement and I put it close to my entrance so everyone can stop and can read it if they are interested in my art, if, my art speaks to them. And they have done that. And that was really, it was beautiful. It was just beautiful, and the people were like reading, stopping, thinking. I attract a lot of people that are introvert, I think, and they don't want to really start the conversation right away and feel that they need to buy something. Even if I never ever push the people to buy my art because, that's not what it's about. But the quick introduction, like I changed totally actually my bio. And it was very good, but it was not telling anything. And I realized that this year very silly, And I said, "Whoa, no one really listened to me if they were reading it. They would just see that in one of the medium artists there, like, yeah." So I actually make it more personal, and it was a little bit intimidating, but I changed it and I added something more personal from my life. And I also printed out my bio and I put it. And everyone was happy. Like a lot of people were reading, and they were each, and they feel felt that they know me a little bit better. They know what my art is about. They would just come to the book, reading, worship my art, and then coming to me and giving me a feedback. And that was very meaningful. So I was like, just like, oh, that's wonderful, that's wonderful. And often they would just go in, and I couldn't see that they were thinking about it and coming back and buying.
Okay, so let's break this down for a second. They are drawn to your artwork. They come in and look at it because it doesn't look like everything else that is there. When I know in the past, a lot of times you've worried about that, where
Yes.
I don't know if my art fits in here because it's not what people are buying everywhere else. So maybe I need to look where I fit in. So number one, black sheep. Number two, you're grabbing their attention with what is my art about and being a little bit more personal and a little bit more vulnerable, where they then feel comfortable to start a conversation with you, think about the work, and eventually come back and buy it. So when we compare that to your online process, what's happening? Are you a black sheep? Are you being vulnerable and personal? Are you having people come back and start conversations? Like, is any or all of that working right now?
I am definitely not enough open, I would say. I feel like, that can be also my past experience with my account being hacked, and I still probably see it because it was such a trauma for me. Not because I lost something, but because they were contacting my followers and using my name. But that was the worst part of it. But I feel like I don't know if I can be more open. I don't know if I can be more vulnerable. I don't know if I want to share it because of the previous experience.
Right.
And that stops me sometimes. And I know that I should because, I watch other accounts I know, like, this is not only artists, but like the accounts that I love, and I see that the people are connecting. Actually, I know that it works for them. And I really know that, but it's just that me having trouble to trust.
Yeah.
Not people, but I don't know, like this.
I mean, it is people and it isn't. Like,
Yeah, I don't know, like I don't see enough protected maybe or something like that. I feel like, oh, this will like stay forever there. And if I will make any mistakes, my English is not my first language, obviously. Even though I am American right now. But still, like I see like if I will like I don't care so much about the language anymore. And that also fades to you. But sometimes it feels challenging. Yeah.
sure.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in that place, I want my online presence to be better. I want it to sell more. I want people to really feel it and want to buy from me.
Yeah.
And I have trauma. My account was stolen. They contacted my followers and pretended to be me, and I'm afraid of that information living out there on the internet forever, and what if I make a mistake? So, it's almost like, and this is also very normal, it's almost like I just talked to 2 different people who told me 2 completely different things
Yes. I feel confident in person, but I don't feel confident in enough confident in online presence.
in
Or
sharing.
maybe not that. It's a direct because I love my videos and I love to make posts and talk about my art. But it is just me maybe being more present than me physically.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, it's almost like I can make videos, I can make posts, I can make things that perform well and people will like, but
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
doing it with a shell where I'm gonna make beautiful things. And I'll give you a little bit. I'll give you a teeny tiny little bit, but you don't get to get past the wall because I'm not ready to let you pass the wall, right?
That's correct. That's
Yeah.
correct. It's like I want to give you all beautiful stuff that I have, but you don't need to necessarily know what it is.
But you have just experienced in person, that's not what sells your work. So which one is and there's not a wrong answer here. I'm not gonna say, "You
Yeah.
have to go be vulnerable on that." There's not a wrong answer. But which one is stronger? I want that online presence to better reflect the experience that I'm having in person, or I want to keep myself safe and slightly closed off and continue to be something pretty online. I wanna be pretty versus
Mhm.
I want my online experience to reflect my in-person experience. Which feeling is stronger?
Honestly, it is very difficult question that I don't know
Mm,
if I had answer for it today because
yeah.
I want to be there, but at the same time, I don't know if I'm ready, like physically, and mentally to overcome this, like the blockage I received, like I went to after my account stolen, because it was a drama.
It was a trauma, and it was hard, and it was long.
Yeah, yes, it was long, and everyone told me that I never get it back. And I will get it back, of course, that I will never quit.
Watch
So,
me.
just watch it. Yes. So I think it's a matter of trust that I have to actually work on it, and maybe actually even the conversation between us and saying it will help me because I feel it is really like I never thought about it so deeply. So I knew, but I never like thought about it that well, that can be something that is blocking me. So
Mhm.
and I am true believer that once you know what is going on, you can decide how to do it.
Right. That's the hardest part is recognizing it.
Oh yeah, yeah, because you can accept it or you can change it, but at least you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so I think we have done this together, and I'm not gonna go through the whole exercise, but let's skip to the end. So, what is the thing, forget about the whole conversation we just had, but if you could have anything with your art business, what feelings, what values, what's most important for you to get out of all this effort that you're putting in? What matters the most?
I would really love to be able to paint collection and to feel like I sell them. I don't need to sell everything. It's not about that. It's not like that. But just, sell enough to feel confident and motivated to paint more and you explore more. I tend to adapt my style when something is going wrong that maybe I need to change something. But at the same time, I really know more you paint and more you explore and more you exercise, you will really understand your style. And the fast going on that you need to have a recognize the style that everyone will recognize you and understand that this is your work. I think it really putting a lot of pressure to the artist and it's not allowing us to explore enough. And I found out this year that this is silly and I need to just paint because every time I will go and paint something, even that I will like this is something that I will paint today. I will still go to my style. I will still do what that, it will still be me. I cannot copy someone else, it will still look like my work. So
Yeah.
we actually experiment. Okay. So yeah, I feel like, with time, maybe I will change something. I don't know. But if I will sit and complain, it will still be the same and nothing will happen. Yeah.
Okay. One more thing.
Mhm.
Let's add a feeling to that. How do you want to, well, no, you said confident and motivated to explore more. Are there any other feelings you want to add into that mix, or is that a good summary?
I think this is a good summary. I would not say like fulfillment because everything is changing. And I think that the motivation is the key. If you are motivated, you can change so much and you can achieve so much. The feeling confident and motivated is what I was like to, feel.
Yeah. Okay. Great. So now we're going back to our previous conversation for just a minute, and then we're going to wrap up.
Mhm.
On one hand, you said, I put my words in your mouth. I want to be pretty online. And on the other side, you said, I want my work to connect online. So those are two different executions, right? But if the ultimate thing that we want is to sell more and be confident and motivated and explore more, how is being pretty online going to give you more of that or keep you from that?
Well, the thing is that I really put a little effort to the videos that I am making and pictures. It's just my style. So I'm not trying to make them more beautiful. Or like,
Huh?
it's just my style. This is me. This is really me. Like,
What I'm trying to say is like the surface versus the deep, I guess, is
true.
the best
Yes,
way to
yes.
put that.
But the part, yes, the part that I feel like the aesthetic part is really me. It reflects me and, who I am and how I see the world and what do I want to like, thanks to the people I share with the people. I think the only part is me being more open.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Okay.
So I think like if I would like ask me being more present, like, present by maybe studying something more personal, like, maybe not even very personal, but maybe something, I don't know, even thought or something, and maybe sometimes showing my face more and talking to stories, and maybe that will help. I don't know. I had
Okay.
this idea to maybe invite artists and to talk because I would really love that.
Right.
It was really fun.
Okay, so I'm going to ask the question a different way. If you
Mhm.
were more open, personal, and present in your Instagram account, how would that help you or keep you from selling more, being more confident, more motivated to explore? Would that give you more or less of the thing that you want?
I think it could give me more actually, but I don't know because the next question is that Instagram is really unpredictable. You never know. You actually never know until you try,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like if I don't go and don't try, I will never know. It can go very well and it can be the same.
Yeah.
which I don't think. I think it will bring more actually people because you will be more real,
Even if it
right?
doesn't bring more people, it
Yeah,
might help you sell more work, feel more confident, be motivated to explore more, even if it brought you 0 more people.
yeah, yeah. It's not about the people. Like for me, online presence, like Instagram, it's never been about the people. I was never like growing. I was sharing what I like. That's it.
Mhm.
And that people came back, I was never like focusing like, oh yes, how many followers. If you will ask me how many followers I had last year and this year, I will not be able to tell because I never checked that, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So I don't even know how many I
I
had
think
last
that's
year.
perfectly
Last
healthy.
year, I will say less than last year. No, now I have more than last year, but I don't know how many, if it's like hundreds of thousands or I don't know.
Honestly, I with my clients this year have been really big about tracking data, and that is one statistic I have not told a single person to track. How many followers do you have? Doesn't matter. Okay. So the point that I was trying to get to was I wanted you to see how either being more open, present, and personal versus just sharing more of that this is pretty stuff
Mhm,
will help you get
mhm,
more or less of the thing that you want, which you told me was to sell work, be more confident and motivated, and explore more. That is your ultimate goal. So,
mhm,
as you are moving forward and considering this question more for yourself, think about, if I do this, will it get me more of what I want? Or do I predict it will get me more of what I want? Versus, if I listen to the other side of me that was my alter ego in this conversation,
mhm, mhm,
will that
mhm,
side get me more or less of what I want? And using that as your gauge to help you decide if it's worth moving through the uncomfortableness or not. And maybe the answer is no, and maybe the answer is yes. But you get to decide based on your vision.
mhm. I think the answer is yes, because it's always worth to try, and to see. But I will never only count to online. Like, I will the balance between in person and online. So I will never like wanted to switch all my energy to build like online presence.
Yeah.
But I wanna also keep the in person. So the balance between two will be amazing. I think it what we want, because it will take a little bit weight from us, like the pressure of also being always present. With artists, it's hard because we make our problem.
Right.
It's not that we are, you know, I don't advertise my daily outfit that I can change every day and every day make the same video of me in the new outfit, okay, or different outfit. With art, it's different. We can produce only so much. And, producing for social media doesn't make any sense, to be honest. And it's true, we can share it in the different ways and we can, post it in the different ways. That all is true, okay? But at the same time, I feel like sometimes it's harder for art if we only count on showing what we produce because that will exhaust, okay? Yeah. So we need to find the balance. What we want to share it maybe something else. I don't know. I am trying to figure this out.
Okay, so
What?
here's the mindset switch I want
Yeah.
you to adopt. It's not
Mm-hmm.
online versus in person.
Mm-hmm.
It's how can online further the beautiful connections that I already am creating in
Mm-hmm.
person? How can it supplement that instead of, oh, there's
Yeah.
a whole audience
I
and I
love
have
that.
to entertain them?
Yeah. Connection, right? How to connect. Yeah. Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can
Mhm.
making this real help me further connect with the person that I met who was wearing the blue shirt and carrying the Yorkie? I
Yeah.
feel like that's a very freeing switch. So I'm going to give you that
Mhm.
to marinate on, and we're going to wrap up. Okay, takeaway. What's your big takeaway? And then we'll wrap up.
Yeah, it is. It is probably the thought about online presence and the connection between in person and online. That it is possible to do it, and it will require to take some risk from my side because I protect a little bit myself from social media, but maybe it's worth it to try. And, the only way to see it is to go and to do it.
Perfect.
I also love that, the way you said it, that when we have the bad moment, we have to always go back and see how Agnes from 3 years, back, we did about what I'm doing right now. So I really like that because it was so easy to just don't focus and forget all the good stuff that is happening, the small stuff that's happening to us. Probably every day. If not every day, definitely every week. It will be something that we can be proud of.
You can always come up with something. I like to write them down every day. I struggled to do that, if we're being perfectly honest, but at least once a week is important. And I will add one more thing. You said the 3 years, which was the number I used, but if you're struggling with that even, you can go back further, like 10 years.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
Mhm.
Tell me where people should go to look at your work. Where do you want them to go?
You can feel free to connect with me on Instagram or on Facebook. I am not very active on Facebook, but you can still see my art and, of course, on my website.
Okay. If you had a preference, or if you could say the best place for you to go for you is...
Oh, the best place will be Instagram or my website.
Okay. All right. Lovely. This was fun. Did you have fun?
Oh, yes. I always have fun with you. I was just sitting and thinking how I missed that.
We're going to have to figure out how to fix that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Agnes. I really appreciate your time, and it was lovely to get to connect with you, and we shall chat again soon.
Thank you so much. It was lovely and always eye-opening and that's wonderful. Thank you so much for your time.
You're very welcome. All right. Talk soon. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you haven't yet, be sure to hit subscribe so that you can get new episodes loaded straight onto your phone as soon as they're ready. And as an added bonus, when you subscribe, it helps other artists find this advice so we can learn how to make our art more valuable as a community. What could be better than that? And be sure to say hello and let me know you've been listening over on Instagram. My handle is @ArtistMarketCo. I would love to hear from you.